Be prepared, chosen one. The heavens are speaking again. Everyone seems to be talking about this comet, but very few understand what it truly is. 3. I Atlas is not another passing light streaking across the night. It is a signal, a celestial code written across the fabric of consciousness. Deep down, the spiritually awake can already feel it. Something in the atmosphere hums with recognition. The air itself seems charged, vibrating with a purpose that words can't contain. It's not coincidence that this comet arrives now, in the final stretch of a restless year, when tension hangs heavy and noise floods every channel of existence. This is not randomness. This is precision, the universe placing a mirror in the sky at the exact moment humanity needs to remember who it is. And if these words find you, it's not by chance. You're being guided here for a reason. Before we go deeper, take a moment to align with this message. Not just by listening, but by anchoring it. Subscribe so this light can stay connected to you as we rise together. And in the comments, write the sacred number 999. Your manifestation code, the sign that your old cycle has ended and divine completion is near. Every 999 written is not just a number, it's a seal, a declaration to the cosmos that you are ready for your next transformation. Let the algorithm of the universe recognize your faith. Now breathe. Feel what's happening behind the scenes of creation. Something ancient is stirring. Something vast enough to touch every soul at once. The arrival of this comet is not a cosmic accident. It is synchronization, a precise alignment meant to break the spiritual ceiling that has long dimmed the collective mind of Earth. People across the planet can sense it, the subtle hum beneath existence, the eerie unity that doesn't feel like fear but like memory. It's as though every cell in our being remembers this rhythm, a pulse that begins to beat louder whenever the universe prepares to shift. This comet does not come to destroy, it comes to awaken. For centuries, comets were seen as omens of chaos, but this one is different. Its light is not a warning, it's an invitation. The illusion that kept humanity separate is cracking. Beneath that fracture, the truth of what we are, infinite, interconnected consciousness, is beginning to surface. This moment is not about astronomy, it's about remembrance. The light in the sky is merely a reflection of the light within you. And once this realization spreads, it won't only awaken individuals, it will reshape reality itself. You see, people aren't uneasy because of the comet's presence. They're uneasy because of its mystery. Humanity doesn't truly fear danger, it fears what it cannot name. Right now, 3I Atlas exists in that strange space between science and spirit, between what's provable and what's felt. That's why it stirs the collective subconscious. There's no template for this, no ancient scroll to decode it neatly. The comet is rewriting meaning in real time, and our souls can feel the language being updated. Something is calling, but it has not yet revealed its name. The mind races to label it, to put it in a category that feels safe. But the soul already knows. Not everything that unsettles you is evil. Sometimes it's divine truth, arriving before your mind is ready to receive it. What you call disturbance might actually be recognition. This is what's happening now. Humanity's nervous system is responding to an energetic shift beyond control, and an external mirror of our internal evolution. The fear you feel is not danger, it's the resistance of transformation. Ask yourself, what if this isn't random? What if this comet appeared precisely because humanity finally reached the vibration to notice it? What if the anxiety, the sleeplessness, the emotional waves sweeping across the globe are not side effects, but signals, evidence that the veil is thinning? Even the panic has a message. It's not warning you to run. It's inviting you to awaken. Something sacred is unfolding. The energy that once moved silently through creation is beginning to move through you. You can feel the tremor of destiny beneath your skin. The comet's brilliance isn't just above you, it's echoing inside you, stirring memories of light you've long forgotten. This isn't chaos, it's calibration. The universe adjusting itself to fit a higher frequency, and you are part of that equation. So stay open, watch the sky, but also watch your heart. When you look up and see that streak of silver fire, remember, it's not announcing an ending. It's reminding you of your beginning. Listen closely now. There's a strange thread running through the collective experience. One quiet, nearly invisible symptom that countless people have been whispering about. They describe it differently: a low hum in the body, a sudden pulse of light behind the interstellar, a feeling that time bends for a heartbeat and then resumes. It's subtle, but unmistakable once you notice it. It isn't coincidence, and it isn't anxiety, it's resonance. The comet's arrival has begun to stir the inner senses of every awakened soul. 3I Atlas is not just traveling through the cosmos, it's brushing against the edges of human consciousness, tuning the frequency of the planet like a stringed instrument being tightened by invisible hands. For the sensitive ones, the empaths, the intuitives, the ones who carry light quietly, this tuning can feel like exhaustion or disorientation. You might wake in the night with your heart racing for no reason, or feel as though your body and your energy are no longer in the same room. The mind calls it fatigue, but the soul calls it realignment. When a higher vibration enters a lower field, everything has to adjust. That's why some days you feel heavy, and others you feel electric. The comet is not draining you, it's stretching you. You're being pulled toward your next frequency, and expansion always feels like tension before it feels like freedom. Many have also noticed the sensation of being observed, not in fear, but in curiosity. During the still moments when silence thickens and the air grows alive, it feels as though unseen eyes are watching with wonder. That is not paranoia. That is energetic attention. 3I Atlas has become a beacon in the invisible realms, sending a pulse through the fabric of existence, announcing that consciousness has awakened on Earth. Higher intelligences, guides, and witnesses are responding. They're drawn to the glow of awareness like moths to light, not to interfere, but to honor the rising. Awareness makes you visible in dimensions that were once hidden. The brighter your inner flame, the more it is noticed across the infinite. This is why chills run down your arms at random, why warmth spreads through your chest, why the air itself sometimes feels alive. The universe is acknowledging you. It's not surveillance, it's recognition. You have become a point of light in the great network of creation, and now the cosmic field is aligning itself around your signal. The comet illuminated the sky, yes, but it also illuminated you. Its light awakened an ancient code in your spirit that says, "I see and I am seen." For some, this awakening brings what can only be described as spiritual vertigo. Your compass spins, your mood shifts from clarity to confusion within hours. You crave water like it's sacred, yet you wake from sleep feeling as though you've traveled galaxies. These are not random symptoms, they're frequency adjustments. The tail of the comet is literally sweeping through Earth's energetic shell, brushing the magnetics that connect thought and matter. Sensitive souls pick it up instantly, like an orchestra hearing the faintest change in pitch. Your body hears cosmic music before your mind interprets it. Every cell is recalibrating to hold a higher wattage of truth. That restlessness inside you, it isn't anxiety, it's evolution. The bursts of focus, followed by collapse, the racing thoughts, the dreams that blur with memory, all of them are evidence that your system is syncing to a new rhythm. When divine energy moves, it doesn't tiptoe. It shakes what's stagnant, dislodging dust from corners you forgot existed. Some call it chaos. The wise call it progress. The discomfort is the proof that something is working. You may feel as though gravity itself has turned unreliable, as if reality is swaying beneath your feet. Don't resist it. You're not falling apart, you're falling into alignment. The dizziness of transformation is temporary. What comes after is permanent clarity. The comet's energy isn't punishing humanity, it's refining it, like gold in celestial fire. The pressure you feel is not destruction, it's definition, shaping you into someone who can carry light without fear. And here's the truth few will say out loud. Awakening is exhausting. The endless inner work, the constant awareness, the vigilance of staying conscious, it wears on even the strongest souls. That heaviness is not weakness. It's the soul's reminder that you've been holding the torch for far too long. 3. Atlas arrives not to demand more striving, but to whisper, rest. The real awakening begins when you stop performing enlightenment and simply become it. You're allowed to exhale now. The universe doesn't need you to prove your light, it needs you to live it. There are moments in cosmic history when the sky itself becomes a door. 3's the Atlas is one of those moments, a celestial key turning silently in the lock of creation. This is not a regular transit or predictable cycle. It's a wild card in the divine sequence, an anomaly of grace that arrives once and never repeats. When this light crosses our heavens, it doesn't just decorate the night, it bends reality, creating a narrow corridor between what was and what can be. Those who are awake will feel it like pressure in the chest, a soft urgency that says, move now, the gate is open. Most will miss it. They will glance at the sky, admire the glow, and return to distraction. But the aware will sense something extraordinary, a pull, as if destiny itself is leaning closer. The air thickens with purpose. Synchronicities multiply. Dreams sharpen into messages. Every sound, every encounter, every delay feels orchestrated. That's how portals announce themselves, not through noise, but through perfect timing. And this one, 3i Atlas, is humming at a frequency that calls only to the souls ready to evolve. You may feel that call as restlessness, as a sudden need to change direction or speak truth before it's too late. That impulse is not impatience, it's invitation. When timelines realign, the universe tests readiness through instinct. If your spirit has been whispering act now, it's because this window won't stay open long. The door does not wait for permission. It recognizes vibration. If your frequency matches the new reality, you'll pass through effortlessly. If not, it will close as gently as it opened, leaving only the echo of what could have been. Right now, the planet itself is vibrating at a pressure point. It's subtle. You can feel it in the stillness before dawn, in the electricity under your skin. Reality feels thinner, more responsive. You think of someone and they call. You release an old emotion and opportunity appears. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that the matrix of possibility has softened. During these brief alignments, manifestation accelerates, karma completes, and dormant soul contracts ignite. This is not the era of seeking signs. You are the sign. Yet there is a sacred warning woven into this light. Once this portal fades, it cannot be reopened. It's not a threat. It's a law. The universe moves in spirals, not circles, and this specific curve of time will never repeat in exactly the same resonance. That's why everything feels urgent. The veil is thin, the script editable, the future pliable. Heaven is waiting to see who will write consciously this time. You are standing at the intersection of destiny and free will. Choose with awareness, not with fear. And here's the hidden purpose behind it all. 3. Atlas is not separating the worthy from the unworthy. It's separating the aware from the asleep. When the comet disappears from sight, so will the frequency that escorted it. The ones who step through will find themselves magnetized to new paths, new companions, new callings that fit their expanded vibration. The others will continue in repetition until the next awakening wave. Neither path is wrong, but one carries acceleration. If your spirit feels like it's standing at the edge of something unseen, that's exactly where you are. The threshold. The universe is holding its breath, watching who will step forward. Every choice made under this sky carries multiplied consequence because energy here is pure potential. Decisions taken in alignment will echo for lifetimes. So listen carefully. This isn't a trend, a headline, or a passing cosmic event. It's a sacred appointment, a covenant between heaven and humanity whispered in light. Most will forget the comet by next week, but not you. You were meant to feel the tremor when its name reached your ears. You were encoded to remember this meeting before you were even born. 3. Atlas doesn't visit everyone. It visits the ones who remember. The light in the sky is your reflection, the universe reminding you that creation is conscious of you. This is not astronomy, this is destiny spelled in fire. The name 3 Atlas was never random. 3, the divine trinity, creation, manifestation, rebirth. Instastaller, the awakened observer, consciousness itself. Atlas, the one who carries the heavens, the soul that bears divine awareness in human form. Together, they form a code, creation through awakened consciousness. The comet doesn't just pass through the cosmos, it passes through you. It mirrors the rise of your own seeing. If you've felt surges of clarity, déjà vu, or sudden renewal, it's not coincidence. The universe is recognizing you as one of its mirrors. You are the eye awakening within creation, remembering that you were never separate from the light above you. This is what the comet came to remind you. The universe isn't out there, it's within you. The prophecy was never about the sky, it was about your soul realizing its own horizon. And now, that horizon is open.